Welcome everybody and welcome back to Sin Plays Total War Warhammer, and today we have a little how to start with Isabella von Carstein in legendary difficulty, so I guess it applies to every other difficulty as well. And this one is the Carsteins, they can be a little tricky as they don't play very well with the other factions at all, so there is no big faction building or alliances or whatever. Basically, the whole game is about not being too unfriendly with your neighbors and hope that they won't just all gang up on you at the same time. Which is sometimes not avoidable, so be prepared for that. Anyway, so as you can see, the first thing you do right away is with Carstein is that you raise that in Schwarzhaven, then move to Drakenhof area and raise that there. So and then you embed the two vampyres into the army, and also recruit a new lord and recruit 3 units that you can. Then take one, for example, the direwolves. I don't think it really matters. And then you're gonna move that lord into the next round. You can move it in the next one. Anyway, if you attack the Drakenhof in the first round or the second round especially, then you basically finish Manfred from Carstein right away, and then yeah, it's like it's your home. So you're gonna lay siege to Castle Drakenfels. You take the other lord, and then you declare war. There we go. And you lay siege. And as you can see now, the chances are now lower. So first of all, yeah, I forgot. Lay siege and add some siege equipment just in case. You don't need it because Manfred will attack you right away because he thinks I can beat you. So the first thing you do as well in Schwarzhaven is you remove your recruitment building. Basically, at the beginning you want, and this is the point here, you can fight the battle for yourself if you're confident, but it's very hard to do so because of the troops they have in the garrison. But with a 50-50 outcome, you have a big chance of getting a Pyrrhic victory, which is all you need. You don't need a good victory, you just need a victory. Once you won, you get castle, and you basically have eliminated Manfred from Drakenstein, and that's pretty much it. The first 2 rounds is pretty much that, and now you are in a strong position. Because if you wait, then you just have to keep in mind that they have a city and you have just a little town. So they will always outnumber you in money and troops, and you have to wait for them to get fighting with Tempelhof, and hope that one side dominates the other quickly, so you can swoop in and then whatever. But it's a lot quicker. That's way quicker. And then with the Drakenhof, what I do is the beginning anyway is to go full growth and income, because as I'm gonna move the vampires to each in the respective territories, and then release all the troops, so you get enough money to really build out your 2 cities that you have now. Because as long as the advantage with the von Carsteins is that you don't require any buildings to produce troops, at least not in the beginning, because you can simply raise the dead, which is usually enough. I think at least for the first couple hundred rounds, for at least 100 turns, it's enough to just raise that. Because yeah, later on you want to start building something in Drakenhof, so you can build an army even if you don't have any places to raise that. So that's always good. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the Drakenhof, for Carstein. Anything after that is simply you have to maneuver around, and really, as you can see here, you can just move from one area to the next and erase that. You have to be very careful with who you are in war, and because a lot of people, there's a lot of times you will be declared war on, and then you should pay them back with assaulting a city of theirs and occupy them. And usually you get then asked for peace again. So if someone wants peace, then don't just deny it, but if it's worth it, sometimes it's worth it to make peace, so you can concentrate on another enemy. Because a lot of times, for example, you get declared war on by one faction, and an ally of them declares war on you as well. And once they realize what a big error that was, they will ask for peace, and then you just grant them. Also, something that is that I think is worth it, depending on the game you have, you will see quite quickly if the dwarves or the orcs are dominant. If the orcs come, if the orcs come and conquer the dwarves area around you, or at least the northern parts, then you're probably fine. But if not, then it can be a good idea to declare war to the dwarves next to you, the supprt. Not the dwarves, the main faction, but the supprt, the teal-colored one on the map here, because they are quite small. They are manageable. But if they confederate with the dwarves, then the dwarves come at your footsteps right away. So the moment they will declare war on you, and they always declare war on you eventually, they have several cities right next to you who can reach your cities in one turn, and you don't want this. So it's a good idea to destroy the supprt cities or settlements or whatever it says, and really destroy them and ally their faction. First of all, faction is not there, cannot be confederated, and second of all your cities will be safe from direct assaults from the dwarves. And the dwarves, they don't really go after those destroyed cities, not at the beginning anyway. So it really clears out the ground around you. Also, you can then start to infect or corrupt all the surrounding dead areas. That's also very important to keep in mind, is the vampire corruption. Because first of all, it's good for you, but it's also really bad for the others. So everything that comes to you has to, the more the territory they have to travel through corrupt area, the more they will take damage over time. So it's a really good thing to have. Or it's at best it slows them down, because they have to go in the raid stance, and then it gives you a lot of time to react by march stance through your territories. Then also one of your objectives should always be Tempelhof, because you really want to have Castle Tempelhof and Castle Drakenstein as a complete region, because they are very vampirish, I guess. But Tempelhof, don't overseal it. No, I mean, for example, I declared war on them to get Eschen and Waldhof, so I can complete my region of Drakenhof, and then they will ask for peace, and I will give it to them. Because as long as Tempelhof is alive, at least some of the factions will rather attack them than me, so they won't bother attacking both of us. And yeah, and again, keep in mind that really the vampire factions, they don't play very well with the others. At least not my opinion or my experience. So, if you can, for example, one very important thing is that try to avoid being at war too soon with the main factions, i.e. The Empire, the Dwarves, those two. The others don't worry much. So try to, if you're at war, try to be at war with the smaller factions, because they don't help each other. They don't bother each other too much. If you attack like Ostmark, then the other faction around will say, hey, it's not my problem, he's attacking him, not me. But if you're attacking the Empire, then usually that's a whole bunch of attached stuff. Usually, a lot of times, unless I'm not even sure, unless they are at war with each other, but if you are at war with the Empire, then usually the Dwarves will declare war on you and the other way around. Unless the Empire and the Dwarves are at war, but that's usually only happening a lot later. So, in the early game, if you're at war with one of the big factions, usually at war with both of them, which is catastrophic for you because you cannot handle both of them. Not if they if they attack you, you're done. You cannot handle both of them. It's simply not possible. Especially dwarves, they can be extremely strong, possibly the strongest faction depending on the game you have. If the dwarves are winning against the orcs, then that means they have the whole right bottom corner for them and the whole area, and they have a lot of money, a lot of troops or whatever. And yeah, so be careful with the dwarves. The humans, they have the problem that they have a lot of infighting going on with all the Empire provinces, and then of course the North, and eventually the Chaos. So the Empire is more handleable. They can be more manageable. So yeah. Yeah, I hope. Anyway, I hope I could help some people, and I hope I enjoyed. I don't think I'm gonna make a complete playthrough because it's quite honestly too long, and the problem with this game is that it eventually becomes very boring. I really like the beginning of this game because it is, at least I like the game until you defeat the Chaos Invasion, and then it's just dull. Because depending on what you have to do, you just have to run around killing stuff, and I don't know. Let me see. But yeah, I think the most important thing is the beginning. So yeah, use the raise that function as much as you can, as often as you can, and then also we've done that really depending what you want to play. But if you use raise that, for example, I use, as you can see here, I use almost entirely cheap troops, so zombies and skeletons and whatever, and I just use the mass approach, which means it's overwhelming the enemy with superior numbers. And even though, as you will see in this fight, I'm gonna let this battle going on before I end the video. You will see that it looks like they're destroying my army with ease, and then well, it does so in the beginning, and then you have the reinforcement from Isabella here, which will swoop in and really get everything. Really, yeah, it's really fantastic. This battle was really nice because it really starts out like a massacre of my troops, and then when the second army arrives, it's like, aha, he did have a plan. And of course, never forget, with the undead, you have your lords and your queen, whatever, and your vampires. they are exceptionally strong at fighting troops. So really use them to fight the enemy troops. They will demoralize the troops. They will kill the troops. So use them wisely. Use them and never stop using them. Use their skills, and you will see that they make the difference. So anyway, yeah. So please, yeah, keep watching this video and tell what you want. What me want next. If you have any suggestions or any commentaries, please let them in the comment section. I hope you enjoy my videos somewhat. I know that my microphone sucks. That's something that is just a physical problem in that I have a cheap microphone and I don't have the money to buy a new one. So I don't ask for it. No, don't worry. I don't ask anything. But one day I will have a better microphone and then I can address this issue. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed anyway. So please share, like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. It would be nice. I like to have this 100 subscribers. That would be really nice. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Yes? You dare? Kneel before your master.
I'm in your thrall. All life must end. Vampire. We are immortal.
Bow
By
before
my
me.
will.
Blood von Carstein.
Yes!
Get busy. No one can stop me.
I thirst.
Dare! Blood! Lord of the dead.